You call it independence. You say you don't need anyone. You tell yourself you're strong, self-sufficient, untouchable. But what if that strength is actually a wound? What if your independence isn't power, but protection? Look closely at your life. You avoid asking for help, even when you're drowning. You keep your distance, even from people who care about you. You stay busy, distracted, constantly moving, but never truly connected. And deep down, there's a quiet voice you keep ignoring. Because slowing down would mean feeling, and feeling would mean facing something you've been running from for years. This is where it gets real. Not all independence is strength. Sometimes it's a survival strategy you built when you had no other choice. But you're not that person anymore, and the habits that once protected you might now be holding you back. The first sign is this: you struggle to rely on anyone. You don't trust easily. You don't open up. You handle everything alone, even when it breaks you. You tell yourself, "I've got this." But the truth is, you learned that depending on others leads to disappointment. So now you carry everything yourself. That's not freedom. That's isolation disguised as strength. The second sign, you feel uncomfortable when people get too close. When someone tries to understand you, you pull away. When they show care, you question their motives. When things start to feel real, you shut it down. Not because you don't want connection, but because you're afraid of what comes with it. Vulnerability feels dangerous to you, so you choose distance over risk. The third sign, you pride yourself on not needing anyone. You wear it like a badge of honor. I don't need anyone. I do everything on my own. But ask yourself honestly, is that confidence or is that fear of being let down again? Because real strength is not about doing everything alone. It's about knowing when to stand alone and when to let others in. The fourth sign, you stay in control of everything. You plan everything. You avoid uncertainty. You hate depending on anything outside yourself. Because control makes you feel safe. But life doesn't work like that. Growth requires uncertainty. Connection requires risk, and healing requires letting go. If you're controlling everything, you're not living. You're just managing your fear. The fifth sign, you struggle to rest. Even when you're exhausted, you keep going. Even when you need a break, you push through. Because stopping feels uncomfortable. Stillness feels unsafe. So you stay busy, you stay productive, you stay distracted, but that constant motion is just another escape. The sixth sign, you don't ask for help even when you need it. You'd rather struggle in silence than admit you can't handle something. Why? Because somewhere in your past, asking for help didn't work, or worse, it made things harder. So now you've trained yourself to survive alone. But survival is not the same as living. And the final sign, you feel alone even when you're not. You can be surrounded by people and still feel disconnected because you've built walls so strong nothing gets in, not even the things you actually need. This is the truth most people won't tell you. Your independence might have saved you once, but now it might be limiting you. And here's the part you can't ignore. You are responsible for what you do next, not your past, not what happened to you, but how you choose to move forward. You can keep hiding behind independence, keep telling yourself you don't need anyone, keep staying in control, staying distant, staying safe. But safe doesn't mean fulfilled, and controlled doesn't mean free. Or you can face the discomfort. You can start small, let someone in just a little, ask for help even when it feels unnatural, sit with your emotions instead of running from them. It will feel wrong at first. It will feel uncomfortable. It will challenge everything you've built. Good. That's where growth begins. Discipline isn't just about waking up early or working hard. It's about doing the things that feel hardest but matter most. And for you, that might not be grinding harder. It might be opening up, trusting again, letting go of control. That's your battlefield. Because the strongest version of you is not the one who shuts the world out. It's the one who can stand alone and still choose connection. It's the one who faces fear instead of hiding behind independence. It's the one who transforms pain into power. But that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through repetition, through daily choices, through moments where you choose discomfort over habitual, over old patterns. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become who you were before the world taught you to close off. And that requires courage. So here's your wake-up call. Stop calling it independence if it's actually fear. Stop glorifying isolation if it's actually pain. Stop pretending you're fine when you know something is missing. You already know the truth. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Because nothing changes if you don't. And if you keep going like this, you won't just stay the same. You'll drift further away from the life you actually want. So make the decision now. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Drop the mask, face the discomfort, take one step toward connection, even if it feels unnatural. Because the life you want, the growth you're chasing, the person you're trying to become is on the other side of the walls you built.